Hi everyone, it's nice to see you again. Just a reminder, I'm Donnell and I hope all is well. And I can't wait to get into today's meeting. On the agenda for today's meeting, we're going to be discussing the design of the application as well as the functioning of the application, alongside doing a small comparison to one of the current apps on the market at the moment. As discussed in our original investors meeting, the application Smart Shop Saver, a grocery map and price comparison app, is the ultimate grocery shopping companion. It allows the user to explore a dynamic map that unveils all the nearby grocery stores at their fingertips. It allows them to unlock exclusive deals and discounts in real time, ensuring that they never miss a bargain. And with the powerful price comparing comparison features installed in the app, it allows them to make smart purchasing decisions. It lets them say goodbye to inflated prices and hello to savings with the ultimate shopping ally, Smart Shop Saver. So let's get into it by discussing some of the tasks that the user will perform. The application requires users to make an account before accessing the other resources. This is so that they can be updated via email and push notifications about updates and different sales currently running in each grocery store. It also stores their information and preferences so that they have their accounts among different devices or they're able to switch the information whenever they switch devices. On the home page or the first page that comes up after installing the application, it takes them to a sign in page where if they do not currently have an account, they are prompted to create one. The target audience for this application is members of the work or labor force. This app would be useful to any member of the workforce or any retiree who receives pension and has dependencies. It is expected that all genders would be able to use the application as the target is members of the workforce and retirees. The preferred age range would be from 16 to 80 years old. However, it is expected that some retirees would not be purchasing their own groceries or would be being cared for in a home as such. As such, the expected age range is 16 to 70 years old. Coming up in the following slide, we're going to have a walkthrough done by one of the members of our design team. The video gives a full display of the user interface. Before the video begins, we would just like to describe the concept behind the design of the application. Now, as stated in our initial investor seeking meeting, our target audience ranges from members of the working class to even pensioners who live at home alone. With that in mind, we went for a minimalistic aesthetic to ensure it is easy for all ages and all users to understand and navigate. Also, note that when drafting the design, we try to do so with the HCI principles of designs in mind. So we ensure that the application was simple and intuitive to use. You were able to be perceptible towards the information being presented in the website, in the application, that there was tolerance for error, and it required low physical effort, and size and space was not a big issue when it comes to downloading the app, and that it was very easy to use. This is the Smart Shop Saver grocery map and price compare. Upon opening the application after installing it from the App Store, the user is met with a cover page that prompts them to sign in. After clicking the sign in button, they are met with a login page where they will log in using their previous account information if they are a current account holder, or they can click the link below to go to a sign up page. Upon signing into the application, the user is met with the home page. By default, the home page is a map that shows where the user is currently at. The application functions in a way where the user will use the search bar to the top, enter the name of the product they're looking for, and once the product has been found in their general area, location pins will come up showing different grocery stores as well as the prices that they offer for that product in said store. Let's take an example from the image above. Here, the user has searched for Happy brand rice. We have three location pins or three location markers that we can open up. Upon selecting the first location marker, we see that the grocery listed is Happiness Supermarket on the Southern Main Road. Their phone number, website, address, price of the product, and hours are all listed, as well as directions once the user has selected the red pin again. Now we can go back home and look at our other choices. The second option given was Extra Foods Grand Bazaar in the city of Grand Bazaar. Again, the phone, website, address, price, and hours are listed. If we look at it, we can see that Happiness offered the cheaper option for the Happy brand rice. You can also note that the store closes at a earlier time compared to Happiness Grocery, which allows the user to make appointments accordingly to how they would be able to go and make their groceries. We can look at the last pin as well, which is Prices Supermarket on the Eastern Main Road. Again, the phone number, website, address, price, and hours is listed. If we look at the price, we can see that they have the same price listed as Grand Bazaar Extra Foods. So, based on what the user would like to do, if it is cheaper based on their location to go to one of these closer groceries, they can make that choice. Or if they're looking for the more affordable option, they can choose to go to the Happiness Grocery and purchase the rice. We're back on the home page. The other three pages that we have listed are a discounts page, a page that holds shopping list, and a profile page. Let's examine our profile page. On our profile page, we have settings that allows you to control the profile. You have calendars. You can choose whether or not you can have your notifications on or off. You can set a city as your home city in which in the groceries of that area, that is where you will get the majority of your notifications for discounts and sales. You can share support or share feedback, and you can sign out. Let's look at our shopping list page. Our shopping list is set in a event style list. You can add items or you can add items. You can check off items that you have purchased already and you can set dates. In the example we have here, it is around the Christmas season, which means that some users or some people of the general public would like to purchase certain ingredients for the season before a certain date if they have plans or events coming up. So, in the example here, we have that these items need to be purchased by the 20th of December. When adding items, they can add the name of the ingredient or item they're looking for and different brands that they're willing to buy. So for flour, we have local brands such as Happy or Ibis. For oil, we have Nisa or Lotus. Rice, we have Par Excellence or Lotus or Nisa. For bread, we have Kiss or Linda's. And for milk, we have Moo or Super Cow. The process of adding a event or adding a list item is easy. All you have to do is click the add new item and the item will be added for you to add the name to. And lastly, our last page is our sales or discounts page. On this page, you can either search by grocery store or search for specific food items to see if those items are on sale. In the box on top, you see the flyers for different grocery stores. Their sales will be going in a slideshow. And below, you will see a list of current sales for the grocery stores in your areas, which is the same thing we were mentioning earlier for why we have the added option to set your home city. So here we see there was extra foods plenty for 20 Father's Day sale, which is shown up here. Massey's Father's Day sale, prices buy one get one half off for milk products, so milk, cheese, and or eggs. There was an extra food 3 for 1 yogurt sale and a Massey rum day sale. Now, we want to keep our investors in the know on the current market for the app as well as the competition that we would have regarding this app. So we'll be comparing our app with an app that is currently on the market. An application that is currently on the market that we will be comparing our app to is the application Flip. While both Flip and SmartShop Saver have the same goals and intentions, apps like Flip, Instacart, Grocery King all have one issue in common for members of the Caribbean. They only function with stores that are local to the United States of America or Canada. They don't even come up on a search bid on the iPhone App Store if you're located in Trinidad. This means that the current existing applications are inaccessible to citizens of Trinidad and Tobago or members of the Caribbean on a whole. So we're going to begin our comparison with the Flip app by comparing some of its functions and the user interface. The Flip app functions similarly to SmartShop Saver, and while the coverage interface looks the same, the user interface when logged in is a little more complicated compared to the current user interface for SmartShop Saver. For example, the home page can get a little confusing as it does not include just grocery stores, but all types of stores as well, ranging from clothing to appliances to baby needs to home goods stores. This would make it difficult for users whose sole purpose is to shop for groceries as efficiently as possible. By pinpointing and focusing in on the one section, it makes it easier to navigate the application, makes it easier to categorize our list and your needs, as well as limit the amount of landmarks or pinpoints that you would receive on the map after entering search data, especially compared to the Flip app. So if you were to enter a search key into the Smart Shop Saver app, if it is a vague key, you would still have a manageable amount of pins on your page. Compared to the Flip app, where if you were to enter a vague search key, the amount of pins that you may receive from different stores may be unmanageable, especially if you're a member of the older generation who may not be too technologically advanced. So this was one of the issues that we saw in the competitor market that we have not experienced with our application. But as always, there isn't a dark without a light and a bad without a good. And some commendations I would have to give the application is on their user interface. And that would be in if you look at the third photo of the shopping list page, you would see that there's an inclusion of symbols or emoticons for the different items that you can add to a list. This will make it more efficient when it comes to adding items to the list, as you may not have to type out the whole item name but just click the image to add it. It would be something that we would be willing to implement. However, it would be something that we would have to beta with our users or with a small group of users to determine whether it's something that we would need to fully implement or something that would not work well with our product, as it may become redundant, as in our product we allow users to enter the brand that they prefer to purchase when grocery shopping, making it easier when the information is stored for them to type it into their searches as it would be stored. So by using or including just the emoticons slash symbols, it takes away that option from the users, which is something that based on the information we've received and the data we've received when doing our testing is something that the users like. And that brings us to the end of our meeting. I'd like to begin by thanking you all for graciously attending this update meeting, and I am glad we were finally able to explore the user interface and begin seeing the application come to life. As per the previous meeting, if you have any concerns or queries, you are free to reach out to us in response to the update email, which is going to be sent with the information we discussed today, as well as some resources regarding the application. If you need any new information regarding what was discussed and presented in today's meeting, again, you can just shoot us an email in response to the one that will be sent later. And finally, I'd just like to thank you all once again for taking the time today to be in attendance for today's meeting. And I can't wait for the next meeting as we continue on this journey to bringing Smart Shop, Saver, Grocery Map, and Price Comparison application to life. See you in the next one.